Alright, what's going on, everybody? We are live for the Final Four. We've got Michigan and Arizona. Game just started. Michigan up 2-0, 20 seconds in. But this should be a great game. These have been the two best teams in the tournament so far. And hopefully it continues to be that way and we get a great game between these two teams. But welcome to the stream, everybody. We've got Michigan leading 2-0, about 45 seconds in. And that shot for Arizona, no good. Now Michigan takes it the other way. There's a pull-up three, no good. Rebound goes to Arizona, 19 minutes to go. Here's Koa Pete inside. He kicks out now Bradley. Now here's Pete back inside. And the drive inside, that one doesn't go, but a foul gets called. And let me put up a poll. I haven't been doing this in my March Madness streams, but because it's just one game, I will. Alright, so there is the poll. Be sure to vote on that. I didn't make a video for my prediction, but I do think Arizona wins. I also took they're my original champion. There's no reason to go away from that. 15 to shoot here, and another foul gets called. The first foul is not a shooting foul. Looks like this one is. So Jaden Bradley going to the free throw line for Arizona. Both fouls actually against Jaxa Wendeborg. That is two quick fouls for him. Could be trouble for Michigan. First free throw for Jaden Bradley, no good. Bradley, 14 points in the Elite Eight game against Purdue. 6 assists. And his second free throw is good, and Arizona's on the board. Michigan beat Tennessee 62 in the Elite Eight, making their 9th Final Four appearance. Here's the lob inside. Mara lost it out of bounds, but it's going to stay with Michigan. Goes off Arizona. They get it in to the corner. They'll put up a three. It's good. 5-1 Michigan. Minute 45 seconds into the first half. Here's Pete driving inside, and his shot from tough angle doesn't go. So here is Elliot Cadeau. He drives inside. His floater from the free throw line is good. Make it a 7-1 Michigan. And now here's a turnover by Arizona. Cadeau with it the other way. His pass inside, and the layup is in. Plus the foul. What a start for Michigan. 9-1. 2.5 minutes in. Man, what a start. They call the foul against Jaden Bradley. And Michigan a chance at a 3-point play right here. Never thought UConn would make it to the big game. Yeah, I did not think they'd make it there either. But I mean, here they are. I picked them to lose in the second round, and now they're going to the national championship game. So the free throw here for Michigan is off the rim and in. Michigan's got 4 field goals by 4 different players. Here's Bradley. Now here's Koa Pete. And his mid-range jumper, no good. Now here's Michigan the other way. Here's Cadeau. And his floater, no good. Koa Pete with the rebound. He leads Arizona the other way. And now they'll slow it down. Here's the pass inside. And it gets lost out of bounds off Arizona. Krivas goes off Krivas. And it's Michigan ball. Still 10-1. Not a good start for Arizona. So here's Mara with it for Michigan. He hands off to Cadeau. Now Cadeau drives inside. His floater got blocked by Pete. But a foul gets called. They call the foul because he landed on Cadeau after he blocked the shot. So Michigan with it, 10 to shoot. Here's Mara with it, now 5 to shoot. And Mara, hook shot, no good. Rebound goes to Koa Pete and Arizona. So a 10-1 Michigan lead. Bradley drives inside. His jumper is good. Arizona hits their first field goal of the game. Now here's a long pass ahead. Mara almost stepped out of bounds. Now he loses it out of bounds. Arizona ball. They go for the long pass ahead. They're able to get the pass, but Ade Mara can't handle it. And he loses it out of bounds. And it's 10-3 Arizona. Starting to get going a little bit. So far, results in the poll, 75% of you guys said Arizona win, 25% have said Michigan. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. I would vote for Arizona. I think this is the national championship game. I'd be pretty surprised if UConn beat either of these teams in the title game, but you never know. But it's a 10-3 Michigan lead. Title is supposed to say Michigan, Arizona, not Arizona versus Michigan. So I messed it up. Let me change that. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I'll just fix that with our commercial. And then I'll fix that in the thumbnail as well. So give me 2 seconds to do that with our commercial. Give me 1 second. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Michigan up by 7 as they lead 10-3. Alright, now I got it. And they should be back from commercial just about now as well. Yeah, just got back from commercial. So Arizona with it down by 7. A little over 4 minutes in. Here's Pete the drive inside. And Pete, his shot doesn't go. Offensive rebound. And the putback is in. 10-5, Michigan leads. Here's the lob to Mera, and he throws it down. 12-5, Michigan. Here's Karchekov inside, his layup off the side of the backboard. They get the miss back, and then they call a foul on the floor. So Arizona ball. That pass got tipped, still finds his way to Karchekov, and then he travels as he falls down. So as there is the third turnover of this first half. Arizona got 2 field goals, 3 turnovers. And we're not even 5 minutes in. Here's Cadeau, cross-court pass. And McKinney kicks back out. And then gets it back. 10 to shoot. He'll put up a 3. Off the rim, no good. Got their own miss. Bounce pass, Mera inside. He lays it in. Michigan by 9. Here's D'Orso, gets stolen by Cadeau. McKinney ahead. He throws it down. Arizona, not a good start. Michigan up by 11, 16-5. 14.5 to play in the first half. We got a timeout by Arizona. What a start by Michigan. 16-5. 5.5 minutes in. And what a start. Arizona's turned it over 4 times in 5.5 minutes. Definitely not the type of start I saw coming for either side. A great start so far for Michigan, not so much for Arizona, as Michigan's up 11 early. So Arizona calls the timeout with 14:27 to go in the first half. 16-5, Michigan leads. Ade Mera's got 6 points for Michigan. He's the game's leading scorer. Arizona's got almost as many turnovers as points. They got four turnovers, 5 points. But it has not been a good start. So we wait for them to come back from commercial. And I think maybe the most impressive part about this for Michigan is they've gone on this entire 16-5 run to start the game. Pretty much without Jaxa Wendeborg, who's on the bench with 2 fouls. So I'm doing that without your best player is pretty impressive. So they're now back from commercial. And here's Arizona with the ball coming out of the timeout. Here is Braden Burries. And Burries gives it up. Now Burries gets it back in the corner. His pass up top straight away. 3 is good. Big shot there for Arizona. It's just their 3rd made field goal of the game. Their first 3. And it's an 8-point game. Cadeau a step back 3. It's good. He answers right back. 19-8 Michigan. Elliot Cadeau's got 5 points. Burries thought about a 3. Let's bounce pass inside to Krivas. Krivas working against Mara. Hook shot is in. 19-10. Michigan leads. 13:15 to go in the first half. Here's Cadeau. His pass to the corner. 4-3. No good. So here's Bradley the other way. And we got a foul called. It's going against Jaden Bradley. It's an offensive foul. They call the charge against Bradley. Cadeau draws the charge. And that's also the 2nd foul on Jaden Bradley. So he's now on the bench with 2 fouls, just like Wendeborg. Ten to shoot here for Cadeau. His bounce pass inside, got his defender in the air. And they're going to call a travel against Michigan. Johnson got the defender in the air, but he travels. So a turnover there for Michigan. Arizona, they started 0 for 4. Since then, they're 4 for 6 from the field. His buries a floater. Comes up way short as he airballs it. Wendeborg back in the game for Michigan as well. So here's Cadeau driving inside. Wendeborg, corner 3. It rims out and then back in. 22-10, Michigan leads. Largest lead of the day. Here's a 3. That one too strong. And here's Cadeau the other way for Michigan. His 3, no good. Arizona pulls down the miss. That pass got tipped and then knocked away, stolen by Michigan. McKinney the other way, Euro step inside. Goes out of bounds off of Arizona. So it'll stay with Michigan. But 22-10, 11:34 to go in the first half. Michigan up by 12. As they go to another TV timeout. Man, what a start for Michigan. Shooting 50% from the field. They're 9 for 18. They have been great. Arizona's 4 for 12, and they've turned it over 6 times. They have more turnovers than field goals made. So that is not a good start so far for Arizona. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. So far, Michigan by 12, 22-10. With a spot in the national championship on Monday against UConn on the line. So far, Michigan out-rebounding Arizona as well, though it's close, 9-8. So it'll be Michigan ball when they come back. Alright, now that we're back from commercial here. We got 11:34 to go in the first half. Michigan leads 22-12. Sorry, 22-10. In the battle of 2 1 seeds. Arizona, this is their 6th game this year, trailing by 10 plus points at any point in the game. The impressive part, they're 5-0 in those first 5 games. So Cadeau gets it into Wendeborg. He tips it to McKinney in the corner for 3. And that one is no good. And then Arizona comes away with it. Here's Burries the other way. Now they'll slow the pace down. Now here's DeWorso jumper, no good. Tipped back out by Pete, but controlled by Michigan. Wendeborg leads them the other way. And then they slow it down. Here's Cadeau as he throws it out of bounds. Trying to throw a cross-court pass, but he throws it way out of bounds. And it's Arizona ball. What teams are your biggest disappointment in the tournament? For you, Wisconsin and Florida are yours. Yeah, Wisconsin and Florida definitely up there. I would say Florida might be number 1. Burry's a 3, no good. But I'm trying to think if there's anyone else who's like massively disappointing. Here's a bounce pass inside. Johnson shot got blocked, but a foul gets called against Krivas. Florida has to be the biggest. They're expected to Final Four even in the championship. Yeah, I mean, they were a big one. I'm trying to think. Like, there's no... They were the earliest 1 seed to go out. No 2 seed lost early. The earliest we saw a 2 seed lose was... UConn's still in. Houston lost in the Sweet 16. Iowa State lost in the Sweet 16. So the earliest we saw a 2 seed lose the Sweet 16. Yeah, I would say Florida's probably the biggest disappointment. Because even though Wisconsin was disappointing, like, they were still, like, that's a 5-12 upset. Like, they always happen. But, I mean, 9/1s happen, but not super often. So, yeah, I would agree that Florida was the most disappointing. Especially as a 1 seed. So, 24-10. Arizona facing their largest deficit of the season. Here's Krivas inside. And his shot off the rim, no good. Here is Wendeborg. He gets inside. And his layup high off the glass doesn't go, but they get their own miss. And Mara puts it back in. 16-point Michigan lead. Mara's got 8 points. Here's Pete. Spin inside. Layup with the right hand. Goes in. 14-point game. Nice move there by Koa Pete. He's averaging 17.5 points a game in the tournament. Was at 14 points a game in the regular season. Here's McKinney. He spins inside. Lost the handle on it, and it's stolen by Arizona. Here's Burries the other way. Inside, got blocked, out of bounds, off of Michigan. McKinney, the guy who blocks the shot. 9:18 to go in the first half. Tennessee has to be your most impressed team in the tournament. Tennessee, Iowa's got to be on there as well. Or even Texas. I would say one of those three. Pete inside. His shot through contact. Going to go in, but no foul. Good no call. Here's Cadeau driving inside. Now he gets it back from Wendeborg. He's matched up against a big man, Krivas. Wendeborg now drives inside, and he got fouled. Wendeborg looks hurt after that one. Hopefully he's okay. Well, he rolled his ankle on the drive. Right before he got fouled. So that is probably pretty painful, I would imagine. Hopefully he's okay. First free throw is good. It's his 4th point. Tennessee was written off by most, including myself, early. And see, I was actually one of the people who picked Tennessee. I didn't have them going to the Elite Eight, but I did take them to go to the Sweet 16. That's why I don't think Tennessee quite as surprising for me. But yeah, Tennessee was a team not a lot of people gave the opportunity, or gave really a chance to go far. So Wendeborg now goes back to the bench with 2 fouls and now a injured left ankle. Here's Pete. Free throw on jumper off balance. Doesn't go, but he got fouled. Wendeborg is actually going to go back to the locker room. So 8:41 to go in the first half, a 14-point Michigan lead. And Koa Pete's first free throw is good. But going back to what you were saying about most surprising team, I would say my most surprising team or most impressive team is Iowa. Just the way they were able to beat a 1 seed, get to the Elite Eight. As a 9 seed, I think that they were probably the most impressive team. That was like the most impressive lower seed to make a deep run. So 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Mara. Now here's Cadeau, his floater off the glass, no good. And now the rebound is loose. Cadeau gets his own miss back, and he misses again. And now here's Burries the other way for Arizona. Here's Karchekov in the corner for 3. It's good! 9-point game, 28-19. Arizona on a 9-2 run in the last minute 50. So here's Cadeau. Bounce pass to Mera, almost lost it. He touches it off, and now gets it back. He'll shoot a 3. And that's no good. Braden buries the rebound. So here is Jaden Bradley playing with 2 fouls. Pete bounce pass inside to Krivas. And Krivas gets it to go. 7-point game. And now we got a timeout by Michigan. So Arizona's cut to a 7-point game, and Michigan calls timeout with 7:21 to go into the first half. You actually had Iowa over Houston. I'm trying to think. I mean, that's... I think you might be confused somewhere, because they were on the opposite sides of that region. Right, Big Ten team. I'm pulling it up right now. Do you mean in your first bracket or the second chance bracket? Because they played Nebraska in the Sweet 16. And then they played Illinois in the Elite Eight. Your first bracket. I mean... Who beat Houston? Illinois beat Houston. Because the only way... Your bracket's in the trash. It's alright. The only way Iowa would beat Houston, I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say, is in the Elite Eight. You have no reference. Oh, that's alright. But I mean, that's still impressive. You had Iowa making somewhat of a deep run. So we are now back from commercial, a 7-point game. So they're also checking out the knee of Yaxel Wenderborg, not just the ankle. Obviously, hopefully he's okay with the Big Ten Player of the Year. Arizona, they've already spent more time trailing in this game than they have in the entire entire tournament so far combined. Michigan, they've missed 6 of their last 7 field goals. Here's a corner 3, and make it 7 of their last 8 they've missed. That one's no good as well. And now we got a foul called away from the ball. They're going to get against Ade Mera. He doesn't like that call. Mara's trying to say he's getting elbowed in the face, but ref doesn't buy it. That's also his second foul. Michigan's actually going to challenge that. Alright, so it's actually a Michigan appeal. They're appealing the call against Mara. I'm just happy that it's not going to be 2 Big Ten teams in the big game. Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to see 2 teams from different conferences. So we've got a the call going to stand, the appeal unsuccessful, and Michigan gets charged with a timeout. So that knocks Michigan down to 2 timeouts left in this game. So 7 minutes to go. Arizona gets it in. Here's Braden Burries. Here's Bradley pass inside Krivas. Krivas then gets double teamed, fights through it, and weighs it in. It's a 5-point game, closest it's been in a while. Arizona a 9-0 run in the last 2 minutes 10 seconds. Here's the baseline drive inside, and then the bounce pass, and it gets thrown down. What a way to get some points there for Michigan. They're back up by 7. Here is Braden Burries. Now Krivas drives inside, and a foul gets called against Michigan. So Krivas at the free throw line here. He's got 2 shots. And Johnson's also got 2 fouls for Michigan. So they've got 6 fouls, but they've got 3 guys with 2 fouls. Wendeborg, Johnson, and Mera. So the first free throw for Krivas, no good. He's a 78% free throw shooter. The second free throw for Krivas, also no good. But they get their own miss. Karchekov gets it and gets fouled on the rebound. Michigan is your last hope to win the final. 2 teams. Both brackets, Michigan losing, Michigan wins. Yeah, Arizona's for me. I took them to win the national title game, so they're my last hope for salvaging a decent bracket. Man, Arizona cannot make a free throw, as Karchekov misses that one as well. Look, here's Johnson with it, playing with 2 first-half fouls. And he drives inside, spins on Krivas, and his shot is going to rim out. And it's grabbed by Arizona. Burry's the other way. And Burry's mid-range jumper. Oh, sorry, that was Bradley. But no good. Here's the pass inside. Reverse layup is in. Michigan by 9. 32-23, 5.5 minutes. A little under left in the first half. Karchekov almost lost it. Passed it off to Koa Pete. And then gives it to Bradley. He drives inside. And we got an offensive foul. That's the 3rd against Jaden Bradley. Bradley with 3 first-half fouls. He did not like that call. Yeah, I took Arizona in a lot of my brackets. My original bracket and second chance bracket as well as just a bunch of others I made. I do have one where I took Michigan, which is technically my best one right now, but not really paying too much attention to that. Here's McKinney for 3. It's good! 12-point Michigan lead. 4:50 to go. Michigan 4 for 11 from deep. And they've answered the Arizona run as Michigan's on a 7-0 run and they're back up by 12. And now we've got a travel by Braden Burries. Oh no, sorry, a timeout by Arizona as he got trapped along the sideline. So both teams now down to 2 timeouts as Jaxa Wendeborg limps his way to the locker room for Michigan. But we just saw Arizona go on the run to cut the game to about 5. They went on a 13-2 run from the 9:48 mark to the 6:43 mark. But now Michigan on a 7-0 run to they're on a 7-0 run to get back up by 10 plus. So 4:35 to go in the first half. Here's Burries. 10 to shoot. Burry's driving inside, puts the brakes on, and then a foul gets called on the floor. They called it to McKinney. So Burry's at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. He's got no points in this game so far. And his first free throw is good. And here is the second free throw for Braden Burries. It is also good. So here is McKinney with it for Michigan. He finds Mara, and Mara gives it off to Cadeau. And Cadeau drives inside, his layup high off the glass, no good. Here's Arizona the other way. Pete driving inside, his layup doesn't go. The putback, also no good from Krivas. And here is Michigan the other way. McKinney pushing the pace. Now he'll slow it down. Here's a corner three, wide open. It's good. Michigan leading 38-25, 3:45 to go in the first half. Arizona no field goals in the last 3:10. Here's Burries. His free throw line jumper, no good, and a foul called on the floor against Arizona on the rebound. Arizona needs to get it to under 10 before half. Yeah, I mean, a 13-point game right now, 3:21 to go. They can definitely get it to a 10-point game, but just gotta cut the lead to just make it closer. But, I mean, we just saw Arizona make it close. Then, right after they went on a run, Michigan is now back up by 13. But wait for them to come back from commercial. Michigan by 13. Michigan 5 for 12 from deep, 14 for 32 from the field. Arizona 2 for 5 from deep, 9 for 25 from the field. Alright, they're now back from commercial. A 13-point Michigan lead. So we resume play. 3:15 to go in the first half. Michigan's got 7 players with at least 5 points. Here's Cadeau, cross-court pass, corner 3. No good. Rebound goes to Arizona. Here's Burries. Now here is D'Orso. His bounce pass inside almost got knocked away. And the tough shot goes through. Good defense there from Mara. But they able to get it in. An 11-point Michigan lead. Here's McKinney pass inside. Mara takes the bump and puts it in. And he'll go to the line for a chance at 3-point play. But a nice play there for Ade Mara, and he's got a chance at a 3-point play, and completes the 3-point play, as he's now got 11 points, game's leading scorer, and Michigan is up by 14. (41-27). Karchekov's driving inside. He lost it, and it goes out of bounds off of Arizona. So it's Michigan ball with 2:26 left in the half. Arizona already 8 turnovers in this game after having just 6 in the entire game in the Elite Eight against Purdue. Here's Cadeau, a lob from Mara, and he puts it in. Michigan a 15-4 run. Here's Pete, drives inside, spins, and his shot, no good. Rebound goes to Arizona. Here's Karchekov for 3. Also no good. Mara with the rebound. And now we got a foul called on the floor by Braden Burries. Or called against Braden Burries. So we got 1:47 to go. Mara at the line for 1-1. Both teams 8 team fouls. And the first free throw from Mara is good. He's got 12. And the second free throw is also good. 15 first half points for Ade Mara. He's got a third of Michigan's 45 points. As they find themselves up 18 with 1:47 to go in the first half. D'Orso a 3. It's good. Boy, do they need that. 15-point game. And that is just one step in the right direction, but just something positive. Michigan trying to answer, no good, but the putback is in. I think they caught a foul on that as well. So a chance at a 3-point play. Johnson with the offensive rebound and the putback. And he'll go to the free throw line. So Morris Johnson's got 7 points, 4 rebounds. And he completes the 3-point play, an 18-point Michigan lead. So, minute 20 to go. Here's the pass inside. And that shot is in. 16-point game. That layup no good there for Michigan. Arizona comes away with the rebound under a minute to play in the first half. Here's Burries driving inside. Now DeWorso inside. His shot off the glass won't go. They get their own miss back. That shot no good as well. And Michigan with the rebound. Cadeau, pull up 3. No good. With 30 seconds left in the first half. Here's Koa Pete. Pass inside. Got knocked out of bounds off of Michigan, so it'll stay with Arizona. .3 on the game clock in the first half, 19 on the shot clock. Arizona's largest halftime deficit of the season is 7 points. They're currently down by 16 right now. And the inbound pass gets stolen by Michigan. Now the shot clock is off and they can hold for the final shot in the first half. 15 to play. So here is Cadeau. 5 seconds. Cadeau, step back 3. No good. They get their own miss but can't put it back in. But a 16-point lead for Michigan at the half. 48-32. What a first half for Michigan. 48 points in the first half against an Arizona team who's great defensively as well. But a dominant first half for Michigan. And Arizona finds himself with their largest halftime deficit of the season by a lot. Michigan up 48-32 at the half. That's going to be hard for Arizona to come back from. Or it's going to be hard for Arizona to come back from that deficit to Michigan. Yeah, I mean, especially with it being against Michigan. It's hard for any team to come back down 16 points, but especially when it's Michigan, a team who's just scored non-stop and just insanely good, it is going to be absurdly hard for Arizona. But at halftime, I'm going to go take a quick break, go use the bathroom, fill my water. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. So we've got Michigan up by a lot. 48-32 at the half. A really good first half for Michigan, not a great first half for Arizona. But a really good first half for Michigan. And, I mean, they're playing really well. They've scored 90 points in every tournament game so far, and it looks like they're well on their way to doing that once again. They scored 101, 95, 90, and 95. And they've already got 48 in the first half. So if they double that score, they're at 96, right? Yeah, 96. And the impressive thing is this is an Arizona defense that's really good. They've got the second best defensive rating in the country on KenPom. Number 1 is actually Michigan. And this is an Arizona defense that is quite good. But so far, Michigan has had their way offensively. Michigan is shooting 41% from the field. And they're playing really well. As far as stats from the first half go, leading scorer for Michigan is Ade Mara with 15. He also got 5 rebounds, as he is their leading rebounder. And Arizona's got 3 guys with 6 points, tied for their leading scorer. And maybe the most impressive thing here for Michigan is they've done this pretty much all without Yaxel Lendeborg. Played 5 minutes, and then left with a ankle/knee injury. We don't know if he'll be back or not. Obviously, hopefully he does come back, but they're still up 16. They've played 15 of the 20 first half minutes without their best player. But team stats from the first half. As far as field goals go, Michigan 17 for 41, Arizona 12 for 32. Michigan 41%, Arizona 38. 3-point shots, Michigan 5 for 16, Arizona 3 for 7. That's 31% and 43%. Michigan 9 for 9 from the free throw line, Arizona 5 for 9. Both teams 23 rebounds. 15 defensive, 8 offensive for Michigan, 16 defensive, 7 offensive for Arizona. Turnovers been a big difference. 9 turnovers so far for Arizona. 4 turnovers for Michigan. Michigan also 20 points to paint. Arizona 18. And the largest lead of the day, Michigan at 18. Arizona has not led. Arizona's going to need to get hot with the threes. Yeah, and that's a little concerning for Arizona because they can shoot the 3, but they just don't shoot a ton of them. That was the one thing I heard a bunch of people say coming into the tournament. This is not a team that shoots a ton of 3s, so if they get into a shootout like this, it could be a problem for them. But let's see. Arizona. Let me pull up the stats real quick. Arizona averages about 16 3-point attempts per game, which is not much at all. That is actually the lowest in the Big 12. It's one of the lowest in the country. There's only 5 teams that shot fewer than 16 3-point attempts per game. Arizona only makes about 5 or 6 threes a game. They're at 5.9. That's 37.6%. And to put that into perspective, the best team, three-point shooting team, is at 40%. So, I mean, they're not a terrible three-point shooting team, and they can make it at a fairly high level. They just don't shoot the ball from deep a ton. But, I mean, I would agree. They're going to need to start doing that if they want to have a chance in this game. Like, they've shot 7 threes so far, made 3 of them. That's, like, right on pace with their season average. If you double that, that would put them at 6 for 14. Which, I mean, it's right about there, but... And they just need to shoot more threes here. And get... really get themselves back into the game, because... It's not like this is a team that doesn't shoot the 3 because they can't shoot. They can shoot. They just don't shoot many threes. Or get into the paint and draw fouls. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I mean, they're also not making their free throws right now, though. They're 5 for 9 from the free throw line. They have gotten to the paint. 18 of their 32 points have come inside. But even if they get to the line, they'll need to make their free throws. But we'll see what Arizona can do here coming out of the half, because they got to do something. Otherwise, a great season for them going to fall short. Winner obviously plays UConn in the national title game after they beat Illinois today 71-62. UConn is 13-1 all time in the Final Four. Well, that's pretty good. And they're in their 3rd national championship game in the last 4 years. They've won the previous 2. UConn, they've also won 5 straight Final Four games. But the second half should start in a few minutes. Probably should be in about minute 45, and they come back from commercial. But we'll see what the second half has in store. Arizona, they've not trailed by this much all year long. But we've got about 30 seconds until the second half starts, I believe. And we'll see if Arizona can mount a comeback or if Michigan will continue to pull away. Largest lead was Michigan by 18, which came at the minute 47 mark of the first half. Arizona has not led in this game. Michigan went up early, and they have not looked back. Alright, they're going to go to more commercials and then start the second half. So another commercial break after they just showed the outside of the stadium and advertised for something. I don't even know what it was. But 2 minutes and then we'll start the second half. Also, be sure to vote in the poll if you guys have not already done so. Haven't really mentioned that at all. But so far, we've got 67% have said Arizona, 33% have said Michigan. My vote would have went towards Arizona, but obviously that does not look like a great vote so far. But you never know. We've seen teams with crazy comebacks in the tournament. We saw UConn come back down 19 against Duke in the Elite Eight. We saw VCU come back down 19 against North Carolina in the first round. I mean, crazy things have happened. It is March Madness after all, although technically it's April, but still you get the point. But crazy things can happen. That's what makes March great. Yeah, exactly. You never know what's going to happen. So we will start the second half in a couple seconds. Arizona down by a lot. It's a 16-point Michigan lead, 48-32. And we'll see if Arizona can get themselves back into the game. Braden Burries has just 2 points for Arizona. In the tournament, he's averaging 17.8 points a game. But he's another guy in some foul trouble. Arizona's got a few guys with 2 fouls. So has Michigan. Jaden Bradley's actually not played most of the first half. Jaden Bradley's played just 11 minutes because he's got 3 first half fouls. Braden Burries also has 2, and so does Krivas. And then for Michigan, Wendeborg's got 2, if he comes back at all. Mara's got 2, Johnson's got 2, and McKinney's got 2. So definitely some numbers to keep an eye on in terms of fouls for some of those guys. Especially Jaden Bradley in Arizona. 3 fouls already. And he's going to be somebody they'll need if they want to get back in this game, because he's one of their best players. Michigan's just a Big Ten team, and the big guy's too fast. Yeah, I mean, they have They've been the better team so far. So Yaxel Wendeborg is on the floor here to start the second half. Played just 5 minutes in the first half, and Michigan's still up by 16. So now they've got their best player back. And Jaden Bradley also back in the game for Arizona, just probably playing with 3 fouls. So here is Bradley. He drives inside. And now buries a right wing 3. No good. Arizona is unbeaten this year when trailing at the half. They're 6-0. We'll see if they can make that 7 or if we'll see their first loss. So here is Ade Mera. His lob inside got intercepted. They tried to go for the lob to Johnson. Karchekov picked it off. And he takes the other way, gets inside. Gives up his dribble back to Burries. Now Bradley outside. Krivas down low. Koa Peep. His shot got blocked by Mera. Now Burries a 3. That rims out. Here's Johnson. Straightaway 3. No good. So here is Arizona the other way. Braden Burries gives it to Krivas. And there's Karchekov. He drives in. Free throw on jump shot. No good. Tipped back out, but controlled by Michigan. Arizona's going to need those shots to start falling. That's already 4 missed shots in the first 90 seconds of this half. So here is Cadeau driving inside, and his layup no good, but a foul gets called. Is that against Bradley again? It is. That is the 4th foul against Jaden Bradley. Oh, man. So Bradley now has more fouls than points. As Mera throws it down, sorry, that froze for a second, so I didn't know what was going on. Mera's got 17. Here's Pete, mid-range jump shot. No good again. Man, Arizona cannot hit a shot in this second half. So here is Mera, the game's leading scorer. Now Wendeborg, his 3-pointer, it's good! Michigan by 21 with 17:45 to go. Also, they were just talking, Wendeborg's dealing with an MCL sprain in his left knee, as well as an ankle injury, so he is definitely banged up. As Arizona finally hits their first shot of the half. Now Cadeau driving inside. Johnson wide open for 3. That shot no good. Rebound Arizona. Here's Karchekov driving inside. His reverse layup no good, and the rebound goes to Michigan. Arizona 1 for 7 from the field this half. That shot, great defense there for Krivas, and Arizona gets his defensive stop. Here's Burries the other way. His layup doesn't go. The putback no good either. And Michigan has it, up by 19. Now here's Mera inside. His shot, no good. Good defense for Krivas. And now Burries gets fouled. So the foul gets called against Michigan with 16:42 to go. So here's Burries. He'll pull up from 3. No good. Another foul gets called. This time he actually got an offensive foul. Goes against Krivas. That's his third. So now Krivas with 3 birdies. Or sorry, Bradley with 4. For Arizona. Here's Cadeau. He finds Wendeborg. His 3-pointer is good. Wendeborg puts him up by 22. He's already got 6 points in the first half, 11 in the game, despite barely playing in the first half. Here's Pete, drives inside, and his layup is going to go, plus the foul. .16:08 to go in the second half. So Koa Pete at the free throw line for Arizona. As he looks to complete the 3-point play. Pete, 8 points today, tournament average 17.5. And the free throw for Koa Pete is good. So now he's got 9. So here is Cadeau. He finds Wendeborg. Pass to the corner. Burnett drives inside. Now back out to Wendeborg. And now a turnover here by Michigan. Stolen by Burries. And he takes the other way. That shot got blocked from behind. But they're going to say that's a goaltend. And they're going to give the points to Arizona. But 56-39 as we go to a TV timeout. Largest lead at 22 for Michigan. And Michigan now 7 for 20 from deep. Wendeborg has 3 of those 7 threes. As he's got 11 points. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Arizona not really helping themselves much right here. Instead of cutting into the lead, they've allowed Michigan to build an even bigger lead. But not great. And Michigan up by a lot. As they lead 56-39. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Just give me a second to check something. Alright, now we're back from commercial. Michigan up by a lot. Leading scorer for Michigan and the game is actually Ade Mara with 17. Wendeborg's got 11. And Michigan's also got another 5 guys who have at least 5 points, not including Wendeborg and Mara. So here is a 3 for McKinney. It's good! A 20-point Michigan lead. Here's the pass inside to Pete. Pump fake. His shot, no good. And that one gets tipped back out. D'Orso with it. 5 to shoot. D'Orso drives in. Free throw on jumper. Airballs it. And it is going to go out of bounds. Off. No, they're going to go shot clock violation first. So a shot clock violation. And it's Michigan ball. Another turnover for Arizona. I do agree with what you stated earlier. A winner of this game win the championship. Yeah, I mean, I just think these have been the 2 best teams all year. And especially with the way Michigan looks right now, I'd be pretty surprised if they lose to UConn. Not saying UConn's bad, but just the way Michigan's look, they look so good. Another 3 here for Michigan. McKinney hits another, and they're up 62-39. Here's Pete. He drives inside, and his shot got blocked, but the putback is in. Also, Michigan has 17 assists in this game. Arizona's got just 3. Another major difference. Here's Mara inside. He throws it down. Michigan by 23 points. 64-41 with 14 minutes left. buries a step back 3. It's good. 20-point game. That's just his second made field goal of the game. In 10 shots. He's had a rough game. So here's Cadeau. Back to McKinney. McKinney fade away. Good again. This guy has not missed in a while. He's got 13 points, 5 for 7 from the field. Michigan 7 for 11 from the field this half. Arizona 5 for 16. So here is Koa Pete. Pass to the corner. Karchenkov drives inside. And he got fouled. So 13:02 to go in the game. Michigan by 22. Karchenkov at the line. And he misses the first. And here is the second free throw. And that one's good. Making a 21-point Michigan lead. Wendeborg got subbed out there. Looks to be in some pain over on the sideline. As he gets some kind of brace or something put on his knee. He's actually dealing with an MCL sprain. So here's Cadeau, right wing 3. It's good. Man, they do not miss. 69-45. Cadeau's got 8 points. And now we got an offensive foul against Arizona. Another turnover. Cadeau, a step back three. Good again. Wow, they do not miss. We got a timeout by Arizona, 72-45. Michigan by 27 points. Man, what a game played by Michigan so far. They're well on their way to the national championship game. Arizona calls their third timeout. And Michigan on a 8-1 run in the last minute 30. Michigan is now 11 for 24 from deep. Arizona still 4 for 10. Michigan, they've also made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've made 5 straight shots. They've made 6 straight and 7 of their last 8 shots from the field. And then you've got Arizona who hits a shot like every 5 minutes. Man, I do not know a single person who saw this type of game coming. What am I witnessing? I think we're all asking the exact same question. Just give Michigan the natty. Yeah, really. I mean, they look insane. I definitely thought this would be a close game. Did not think Michigan would go win by 30 plus. Or at least that's the way it's looking. But I mean, UConn, you can never count them out. You can never count out Dan Hurley in the tournament. But I mean, they've just looked so good. It's gonna be tough for UConn to stop this team. Storm beat the Kings 19-9. Okay, I was keeping an eye on that game. Hadn't really checked the score in a while, but that is kind of what I expected. Thanks for the update there. Bradley back in the game with 4 fouls. His bounce pass inside, and that shot doesn't go. And then Michigan comes away with it. Goes McKinney in the corner. Mara. Now Cadeau driving inside. And he gives it to Mara. Tipped it. And that misstep got it back. And he's got some more points. Mara's over 20 in the game now, I believe. Yeah, he's got 21. Buries a floater. That goes in. Elliot Cadeau's also got 11 points, 10 assists for Michigan. Cadeau has his first double-double of the tournament, his 3rd of the year. And now Cadoga gets knocked down to the baseline. And a foul called against Arizona. With this score, might as well do AFL scores. Yeah, this game has not been close. $74-47. Michigan leads, 11:05 to go. And they are well on their way to the national championship game and potentially the national championship as well. Or like the actual title. Has Michigan UConn played? I don't think they have. They played Duke in February, but they have not played UConn. So we will see them play for the first time in the national championship game. And I will be streaming that game on Monday. Hopefully it's closer than this game. UConn, bring your stepladders. Yeah, I mean, they can do it, but it's going to be tough. Not for cutting the net. Could use him to try to stop a day Mara. It was like 7-4. So the inbound pass gets turned over by Michigan. Arizona comes away with it. And we got a foul called against Michigan here. With 10:54 to go. Michigan, they're 6 for 8 from three-point range this half. 11 made threes in the day. They've made at least 10 in all 5 games in the tournament. So Arizona gets it in. Here's Bradley with 4 fouls. He drives inside, and he lost the ball. Gets stolen by Michigan. That is the 14th Arizona turnover. Here's a 3 for Michigan. It's good. McKinney another one. And they're 7 for 9 from deep this half. Here's a transition 3 for Burries. That rattles out. But Pete gets the offensive rebound and lays it in. 77-49. So under 10 minutes to play here. This one got stolen by Bradley. And he drives inside, and we got a blocking foul against Michigan. Called against Burnett. This Michigan team reminds you of the old Gonzaga team, tall and skilled. Yeah, this team is so good. So Jaden Bradley's free throw is good. Bradley scoring 13.3 points a game in the tournament. Tonight he's got just 4. He's also barely played because he got so many fouls. Playing with 4 fouls right now. You just mentioned Gonzaga, and then they show Mark Few over in the stands. Like they knew you were talking about him. So here is McKinney. He's got a 12 to shoot. McKinney. Tough layup, doesn't go. And it goes out of bounds off Michigan. So 9:25 to go. Arizona ball. Here's Burry's driving inside. Jumper no good. Foul gets called. Mara's got 21. McKinney's got 16 for Michigan. Bradley's free throw no good. And second free throw is good. So 77-52. Here's bounce pass inside, and it's thrown down. Another 2 points for Michigan. 79-52. 9 minutes to play. Here's Pete, a 3 in transition. It's good. They're going to need a lot more of those if they want to get back in this game. Pete's got 14. That's right on with his season average of 14. Mara mid-range jumper is good. And Michigan 81-55. They're well on their way to another 90-point performance, which they have hit in every tournament game so far. Here's another 3 for Arizona. Burries hits that one. Hard to imagine back in the 80s players actually had to dump to slam dunk. Yeah, I know. It's crazy how tall some of these players are now. Here's the drive inside. Layup, no good. Rebound, Arizona. Bradley. Layup is in. 81-60. I think the even crazier part is you've got these 7-footers who can shoot threes. They're just like unreal. Because not only are they 7+ feet tall, but they can hit a shot from anywhere on the floor. But 81-60, 7:33 to go. and they'll go to a TV timeout. But Michigan just continues to dominate. They're up by a lot. Arizona has cut it a little bit closer. Now a 21-point game, as opposed to close to 30, like it was before, but still not very close. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Michigan up by 21 as they would 81-60. And if Michigan does hit their 90 points, they'll continue their streak of 90 in every tournament game so far. And I'm going to look it up now, but I can't imagine Arizona's allowed 90 many times this year, if at all. Looking it up right now. Let's see. No, it would be the first time they allowed 90 in a game this year. Most they've allowed was 88 against Arkansas in the Sweet 16. So Michigan could be the first team to score 90 against Arizona this year. So 81-60. Ten to shoot here for Michigan. Cadeau driving inside. He got fouled. Actually, no, he doesn't get fouled. The ball goes out of bounds off of him. Arkansas, Arizona was high scoring. Yeah, that was a crazy game. Oh, he actually kind of did get fouled right there. Yeah, that was a crazy game. Cadeau got called for the foul right there. That's his fourth. Michigan, they got into some foul trouble early, which could have been a problem, but just not been a problem like at all. And they're still up by a lot. As Wendeboard now comes back in. Not really sure why you're going to put him into a 20-point game when he's already dealing with injuries. But they're going to do that. Because, I mean, you're talking about a 19-point game with 7 minutes left right now. And a guy who's playing on, like, one ankle and one knee. I don't really know why you put him back out there, but Dusty May decides to do that. So Wendeborg gives it off. A 3. That one's surprisingly no good for Michigan. Now here's DeOrso, a 3 for Arizona. That one no good. They got their own miss though. And that shot got blocked by Mara. So here is Michigan. Cross-court pass. Wendeborg. 6.5 to play. Ade Mara's got 23 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks. Now here's the pass inside. That one goes. Make it a 21-point Michigan lead. 83-62. Now here's Burries with it. Bradley, pull-up jumper, is good. 83-64. I took Arizona. Definitely does not look so good. But they're my national champion. So here is Wendeborg. He passed it off. 7 to shoot, to drive inside, layup, no good. And the rebound gets tipped up in the air about 5 times. And is still loose. Finally controlled by Michigan. Mara gets it and gets fouled. With 5:29 to go. Yeah, my initial bracket was good. At least at the point of making a second chance bracket. Like, I had correctly predicted a lot of teams in the Sweet 16. And all my teams I had going on deep runs were still in. So I just decided to stick with that in my second chance bracket. But that did not look very good, because now my bracket looks terrible, because like none of the teams I picked to go far made it past the Sweet 16. Like, I mean, I had Arizona in the Final Four, but they were like my only Final Four team I got right. Mara gets that one to go and a foul. Make it 85-64. Michigan is way better. Arizona don't got any decent bigs, and their defense is mid. I thought they had what it takes to match up against Michigan, but clearly that was not the case. I had Iowa State here in the Final Four. I thought they beat Michigan in the Elite Eight, but obviously they didn't even make it there. My original Final Four was actually St. John's, Houston, Arizona, and Iowa State. 3 of those 4 teams lost in the Sweet 16. So 5 minutes to go. Michigan up 86-64. Here's the pass inside. Johnson spins off the glass, no good. And a foul called on the rebound going against Johnson. Had more faith in Iowa State in the Final Four than UConn. Yeah, me too. I mean, I really liked Iowa State coming to the tournament. Obviously, Joshua Jefferson getting hurt didn't help. But I really liked them coming in, but they didn't look amazing, especially against Tennessee. They got blown out. And yeah, UConn I was not that high on, and now they're in the national championship game. But I saw this video yesterday. I forget who made it. But it was essentially saying how all the teams you thought would do well, because they had good runs in the conference tournament, didn't do too great. But all teams who were some of the teams like UConn, who were not great in their conference tournament, because they got blown out in the Big East title game, they've had great runs. So you got UConn in the championship game. Michigan lost in the Big Ten tournament final. They're going to be in the national championship game. It's really the exact opposite of the teams you thought would be good because of how they were playing. We got an offensive foul called here against Michigan. That went against McKinney. He's got four fouls, 16 points. Berries for 3. Air ball. So 4:15 to go. Michigan by 22. Attorney Duke did not look like regular season Duke. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, Duke had one good game against TCU. Well, really, that was a good half, the second half. Boy, they did not look good. Bradley is way up there. Makes it a 20-point game. Burry's play has been alright tonight at best. Yeah. He hasn't been great. He hasn't hit many shots. Bradley's been on the bench for a lot of the game with fouls. It's been a tough day for Arizona. Here's Mara with the lob. That can't go. And now we've got... They're going to count that one. As Mara let go of the rim just in time. Here is Bradley. Turnaround fadeaway, no good. Rebound gets knocked back out. Here's Burries for 3. That one rattles out. And now we've got a foul called on the rebound. So 88-66, 3:02 to go in this game. Michigan well on their way to the title game. But yeah, going back to Duke, they had like 2 good halves in the tournament. They did not look good against Siena, almost lost. Then against TCU, they were close in the first half, and then they dominated the second half. St. John's, they were okay, but not great. And then UConn, they had a great first half. They're up, 19 at the half, I think? Or maybe that wasn't the halftime score, but it was. They were up by 19 at some point in that game. And then the second half, they were terrible, and they blew it. And they're up 15 at the half against UConn. They're up at 19 late in the first half. Yeah, Duke did not look great. I wouldn't say Duke was terrible. I would say UConn just walked in because I remember UConn was like 1 for 18 from 3, but then went 5 for 6 near the end. Yeah, now that you do say that, I do recall that. They were terrible shooting the ball. And then made some big shots late. So you could definitely say that, but... I mean, Duke definitely did not play their best second half. Duke just looked like a deer trapped in the headlights. Yeah, they did not look great in the second half. So we got 3:02 to go. Arizona with 2 free throws right here. First free throw is good. Is that a physical wallpaper? It's like a background. I've got a bunch of them, but it's not like a green screen, if that's what you're asking. Second free throw is also good. That's them being a very young team. Yeah, that was the same thing with Duke last year. They just didn't have it in the big moments, and obviously fell short. They made it to Final Four last year, but didn't finish the job and win the national championship. And similar thing happened this year. So 5 to shoot. Here's the drive inside, and that one gets knocked out of bounds, but a foul gets called against Arizona. And I mean, on top of Duke being an inexperienced team, UConn also pretty experienced, so definitely a combination of the two as well. Free throws here for Michigan. First one is good. Saw that little grin. Yeah, setup works. It's not the best setup, but it works. And Michigan has now officially hit 90 points. And they continue that streak. They've scored 90 in every tournament game so far. And it's also the first time this year Arizona has allowed 90. For Michigan, it's their 5th tournament game with 90-plus points, which is the most all-time in a single tournament. Here's Krivas inside. That one goes in, plus the foul. We'll have to see if Michigan can go 6 for 6 in the title game, if they can get to 90 as well. So that free throw is good. They complete the 3-point play. 90 to 71. Mara almost just stepped out of bounds. We got 2:15 to go. Here's Cadeau driving inside. That one got blocked. And Arizona the other way. The spin inside, layup no good. The tip back is in from Pete. 90 to 73. That one gets knocked away and stolen by Arizona. Here's the lob, and Krivas can't get the dunk to go. So Michigan ball, 90 seconds to go. Why'd you stop all the sport episode videos, and why don't you ever put your smiling face back on the thumbnail like at 5 years ago? Well, first off, with those sports videos, I just didn't feel like they were really getting views at all. Like, they were getting kind of boring to make, and some of the stuff I talked about in there was like a week old, so I just decided to stop, and didn't really get many views anyway. And as far as putting my face in thumbnails goes, I've done that a little bit recently, but I don't know, I just feel like I make better thumbnails now than back then. So Michigan calls a timeout with 51.3 to go. And they're going to put the... They're going to make some subs here. And put the end of the bench into the game. So 50 seconds to go. Here's a bounce pass inside. That one, no good. Foul got called. We are going to revive the Hot Wheels track races, considering those are your most viewed videos, right? No, I'm not going to do those anymore. Just, I mean, they were fun to make, and like, I don't know, I think they're cool, but I'm just not at a point where that's the type of content I want to make. If that makes sense. So 39.2 on the clock. That free throw is good. 91-73. Arizona's also got some of their end of the bench guys in there. 25 seconds to go. Here's a free throw on jumper, no good. And they'll get their own miss, but that one no good as well. And then Michigan gets fouled on the rebound. So a couple free throws here from Michigan. 15.6 on the clock. First one no good. So 10 seconds. The drive inside, way up, no good. And Michigan controls, and that will do it. 91-73 is the final, and it's going to be Michigan and UConn in the national championship game. Why did the scoreboard swap positions? Because the Michigan-Arizona went final. I mean, that is a little bit ahead of me. But because that went final, then ESPN switches it, so they have the game that ended earlier towards the top, and that's just the way I've got it in my screen share right there. I've got the top on the left, the bottom on the right. So that's why it switched. Great stream, thanks. Thank you, I'm glad you enjoyed it. But Michigan dominates 91-70. What does that say? 72? 73. 91-73 is the final. Michigan and UConn Monday for the national championship. I'll be streaming that game. I don't even know. What time does that game start? I'll be streaming that game at 8:50. It's so annoying how they have to start it so late. But 8:50 is the start time for the national championship game, so I'll be streaming that Monday. Got a lot of content on the way, but yeah, that's going to do it for this stream, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe, turn on notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. And hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. And I'll see you guys in the next video.